Man. Good morning. What's up, Mikhail? What's up, Elizabeth? I did it too. What's cracking with y'all this morning, man? You fucking with the right one this morning. What's up with it, Mars Gradiva? Good morning, Ember. Good morning, Mira. It's hump day, Mr. Nobody. What's cracking with you, homie? If y'all ain't smiled yet today, now would be the time to do so. Also, if you fuck around, I'm not encouraging you to indulge, but you do have my deepest encouragements if you do partake. It is hump day this morning. And we finna go there. What we got going on cosmically today, man? Let me check my calendar. We got the sun at 18 degrees of Scorpio today. We got the moon at 7 degrees of Aquarius today. As a matter of fact, the moon is exactly conjunct Saturn right now. We got a moon and Saturn conjunction in Aquarius this morning. We got Mercury at 7 degrees of Scorpio, exactly square to the moon and Saturn today. Oh, man. We got Venus at 4 degrees of Capricorn today. Exactly conjunct my natal Neptune and exactly opposite my natal Sun. Oh, man. We got Mars at 7 degrees of Scorpio today. We got Jupiter at 23 degrees of Aquarius today. Saturn is at 7 degrees of Aquarius today. Uranus is at 12 degrees of Taurus today. Neptune is at 20 degrees of Pisces today. And it's still going to be retrograde until the 1st of December. And that's when Neptune's going to come up out of that retrograde motion and start doing this motherfucking thing. That's going to get interesting. We got Pluto at 24 degrees of Capricorn still. And Chiron is at 9 degrees of Aries. We got the Black Moon Lilith at 13 degrees of Gemini. We have the North and the South Node at 1 degrees of Gemini and Sagittarius, respectively. It's going down. Man. We still got Mercury conjunct Mars going on today. We got Mars and Mercury both square to Saturn today, and the moon is conjunct to Saturn right now. So, this ain't the time to be on that bullshit. And it is hump day. So feel free to go there. Slavi D, you said your Mars is conjunct Mercury retrograde in Scorpio. So you're very familiar with this energy right now. Because Mars is conjunct Mercury in Scorpio. That means that lying. That means that fuckery. That means that nastiness. It all has its own place today. See? With that lying, we can kill that bullshit today. With that fuckery, we working on it. We gonna work on it together. That nastiness, we gonna use it. We gonna use it. Because the thing that people always tend to forget when they're looking at scorpionic energy is that laser focus. That energy to hone in on whatever the fuck it is that you desire the most and make it come to you. You ain't gotta go get it. Scorpionic energy is not go get it energy. It's make it come to you. It's bring that thing to me and insist that we have it. If you're here and you ain't hit the like button, you out of line. And let me tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell y'all why a lot of people got shit twisted, because I hear a lot of people think that Venus has everything to do with their relationships. And while Venus is important with how you handle yourself in relationships or in, affectionate situations, your ascendant is the most important factor in relationship astrology. Okay? And that's just because right opposite of that ascendant is the descendant. And that tells how you handle yourself within those relationships. See, the descendant is a place where we meet others and the world in our chart. Because everything before that was pretty much focused on the self. The sixth house was about service, but it wasn't about building partnerships. So when you come to that point at the end of the sixth house where it's time to find what works best for us. I mean, you can look at that ascendant and see what type of people these motherfuckers like to involve themselves with. Like I was saying the other day, I was talking about Virgo rising people. Virgo rising people love to convey the image that they got it all put together. But the thing is, there's a certain amount of disillusion with everybody that Virgo rising people involve themselves with. They want spiritual connections, no doubt. But they have a tendency to not be able to see the people that they're involving themselves with very clearly. When it comes to Sagittarius rising people, like the thing about them is they learn from all of their relationships. You know what I'm saying? They learn from all their relationships. I just told you what it is, Zaynab, what it means with Pisces on the descendant. It means that you yearn for spiritual relationships. You know, it means that you're a very compassionate person that's capable of unconditional love, but you also have a tendency to not see the people that you involve yourself with very clearly at all. Like, it's easy for you to get delusioned and disenfranchised with the people that you fuck around with. It's easy for a motherfucker to pull the wool over your eyes because you just see the best in everybody. You just see the best in everybody. And that also could say that you have the tendencies of an enabler right there. But yeah, as I was saying yesterday, like anybody, like a Sagittarius rising, they learn from all of their relationships. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people would say, oh, they don't like to sit their butt down or this and that. No. They're in it for the experience. They want to enter to a partnership with something to teach people, and if they don't find that they have something to teach people, then they have to take a step back and realize, hey, maybe I can learn something from this experience on my own. You know, Capricorn rising people, like, and the same thing almost with Cancer rising people. Their parental home was extremely important to them. You know what I'm saying? The quality of their parents' relationship had a deep effect on whatever the fuck they had going on with their life with that one. You get what I'm saying? And they're kind of looking for whatever they themselves didn't get in a parental home, or they're looking for what the nurturing that they themselves did receive. In either cases, their parental home was extremely important to them in that relationship. You know what I'm saying? Slavi D, are you asking me where I'm from or where I stay? Because I'm from West Texas, but I currently reside in Narnia. You know, when it comes to Aquarius rising people, they want affection. They want somebody to adore them. They want to be with somebody who the sun rises and sets on their ass. And if they get that from the people that they're involved with, then they're going to give it back tenfold. Because they're so used to being behind the scenes that when they get with the person they love, they want to be shown that, hey, I'm capable and I'm worthy of the spotlight too. That's the thing with them in their relationships. with Leo rising people. You know what I'm saying? They want something unconventional. There's no telling what they like. You know what I'm saying? Leo rising people, they want something that's intellectual. They want somebody that is going to allow them to shine sometimes. You feel me? Leo rising people want somebody that they can be friends with. They want a best friend. You know what I'm saying? If y'all here and y'all didn't hit the like button, stop hurting my feelings, please. And you know, when it comes to Pisces rising people, they want somebody that they can take care of, or they want somebody to take care of them. They also want somebody real. They want somebody that's going to keep it real with them at all costs, because sometimes they don't really know what's going on in their world. So they need somebody that's going to keep them grounded, and somebody that's going to keep it real with their ass. Somebody that's going to tell them about themselves. You feel me? What you mean, check me, Slavy D? Anyway, what's up, Samir, by the way? And like Libra rising people, like myself. Libra rising people, you know, they want somebody that's assertive. They're attracted to take charge people. They're attracted to strong partners. You know what I'm saying? Libra rising one, the thing about them is they kind of like arguing a little bit. They like a little bit of passion in their shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing about Libra rising. They want somebody that's going to challenge them. Scorpio rising people, they just want somebody that's solid. They want somebody that's going to stick it with them through that nastiness that they see in life. They need something steady. When they've been going through all this shit and all this pain and all this craziness, and they have all this passion and all this power, they need something solid there to tell them it's okay. They need something comfortable to go to. That allows them to take a deep breath. You feel me? Taurus rising. They want somebody to give them something they can feel. By the way, Ty, I got that coming to you. I got your reading coming to you either tonight or in the morning. It is finished. I just got to put everything together and get it to you, bro. But yeah. And Aries rising people, the thing about Aries rising people that people forget is Aries rising people take their relationships extremely seriously. Like, they just want something that's not always conflicted because they're so headstrong. They just want somebody to balance them out. They need somebody to calm them down. They need somebody to be like, hey man, chill out. Okay, you ain't got to trip all the time. They need somebody that's just smiling at them. You know what I mean? That's just going to give them a smile and pat the back and say, it's all right. You're going to be all right. You know what I'm saying? Aries rising people, for them, really, relationships are the best. Because it's everything that it was meant to be for them. Like, Venus is awesome. Venus is awesome. Mars is awesome when it comes to sex and passion and energy and what you desire. But if you're talking about relationships, the ascendant is really the most important placement. You know what I mean? With Gemini rising, like, it's about experiences. They want somebody that's gonna take them out and show them something for real. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody wise. Gemini rising wants somebody that can take all that information they have and connect the strings for them and help them connect the strings. And just like I said with Sagittarius, then together they learn from each other, and together, like, they have an understanding of things that a lot of people would never be able to understand because their mind is so broad. Yes, sir. And then, speaking of Venus, while I'm going in, the other day I saw somebody say that they were like, Venus, whatever house Venus is in shows where you can find love at. So if you have Venus in the sixth house, you might meet somebody at work. If you have Venus in the fourth house, you might be at home and all. No. The house placement of Venus, that shows where you're able to express the loving and gentle side of your nature the easiest. Okay? It also could signify where you got some money coming to you. It also just shows where you have some pleasantness to you. It shows where you have balance. What's up, Chrissy? So, I mean, Venus in the first house and Venus in the 12th house, what that mean? You find love when you by yourself. Venus in the 12th house says that you might could have some secret love. Now, that's what that could mean. And it also means that, you know, you might be, you're interested in people and relationships that aren't so good for you sometimes. But there might be a spiritual connection there nonetheless. But it's also the house of self-undoing. You know, Venus in the 11th house, it does say that, you know, you might meet somebody that's one of your friends, but it's more or less saying that you are interested in being with somebody who is like a friend to you. You feel me? And if you want to put it in Aquarius, if you want to look at it from the Aquarius 11th house, means Aquarius doesn't mean the same thing as the 11th house. Aquarius means that you are very unique and original in your expression of love. You feel me? Okay, maybe. Venus in the 10th house. Zaynab, you probably are. Venus in the 10th house, like myself. That doesn't mean that I'm gonna find love in my career, because hell, I just now established a career. That means that I am attracted to people that are about building something. I'm attracted to people with status. I'm attracted to boss type people. That's what I'm attracted to. And me myself, I'm blessed in that arena. You know what I'm saying? Because I myself carry myself like a boss. I myself handle myself in that type of way. So that's the type of people that I myself am attracted to. You feel me? Now, Venus in Capricorn ain't the same thing either. Okay? Venus in Capricorn says that you yourself, like, you aren't so much of an affectionate person. You're looking for somebody to build with. You want something serious. Okay, so it's not the same thing as Venus in the 10th house. The 10th house is about status. Capricorn does rule the 10th house, but Capricorn is about building. It's about taking the steps. It's about doing what it takes to make something real and solid. You feel me? My shit don't went out. Anyway, so Venus in the 9th house. That does say you can meet love in a foreign land, but more than anything else, it says that you are attracted to people that are wise. That says that you are looking for experiences. It means that you're willing to go as far as it takes to find somebody that fits into your big picture. It means that, you know, you get along with everybody, you're cool with everybody, but you value freedom. You don't want nobody to tie you down in a way where you can't go and see what's going on in your life, where you can't go find answers. You feel me? Now, Venus in Sagittarius is different. Venus in Sagittarius says that you yourself, don't, you know what I mean? You really, you're really wise. It says that you yourself feel like you have something to teach people in a relationship, and that's what the type of experience that you're learning for. It also says that you're attracted to people that are foreign. You get what I'm saying? You really like new stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not really enamored with things that are from your hometown. That's not really your thing. You get what I'm saying? You really are attracted to foreign things. Venus in the 8th house. See, the first thing people are going to say with that is sex. But it's deeper than sex. The problem with Venus in the 8th house is that Venus in the 8th house can get so fucking used to dealing with nastiness and dealing with people from the lowest walks of life, and you know what I'm saying, dealing with all those 8th house experiences, that they forget to realize that there's more than that. There's more than that. You don't have to deal with that. That shit is sexy, it's powerful, all that shit. But you don't have to do that. Venus in the 8th house is a hard placement. Venus in the 8th house, like, yeah, they have some very intimate experience, the most intimate of experiences. But Venus in the 8th house also, they can't get away from that shit sometimes. You know what I'm saying? They just can't get away from that shit sometimes. And the thing is, they don't feel nothing unless they're having some really fucked up shit going on in life, because it's the 8th house. They only get turned on by the nastiousness. They only get turned on by sorry motherfuckers and motherfuckers that's really not really good for them. Motherfuckers that want to make them feel something for real, whether it be good or bad. They want to go as deep as it can go, as deep as it can go, just hoping that somebody don't get fucked off on the other side. Now, Venus in Scorpio is different. They want utter devotion. They are willing to give utter devotion, but they don't trust nobody. They don't trust nobody. So, hey man. If you're here and you ain't hit the like button, I've had to say it way too many times, man. You disrespected me. But with Venus in the 7th house, it's beautiful. Yes, these are relationship-oriented people. They have good relationships with people. These are the type of people that are, whether it's their intimate relationships, their friendships, their business partnerships, these are people that know how to handle other people very well in one-on-one situations. They're not going to talk to you any type of way. They're never going to do anything that's unfair to both of y'all just because they want an advantage in business. They are looking for solutions. And that's a beautiful thing. And in relationships, like all they want is partnerships. But sometimes they're a little bit too eager for partnerships with that one. And they forget that they're still very powerful on their own. And so the sign placement we're coming to the mix. Now, Venus in Libra. These are very balanced people. These are probably extremely good looking people. You what I'm saying? Just like Venus in the 10th house, Venus in the 1st house. That shows where your Venus comes out at also. I forgot to say that just a second ago. All right. But yeah, Venus in the 7th house, like, hey man, like they really are about making you feel comfortable with them when you're in a relationship. They are there to really, do anything they can to make you happy. But the thing with that placement is, what about them? If you got Venus in the 7th house, what about you? Because you spend so much time trying to please everybody. And Venus in the 6th house is very similar to that. But Venus in the 7th house is about pleasing people. Venus in the 6th house is about serving people. But yeah, with this Venus in the 7th house, like, what about you? When do you find out what you really like? Without you just hinging on what you like and what you have going on what pleases the other person and on what keeps them happy. Okay, and then Venus in Libra, they're very pleasant people. They're probably very good looking people. These are the type of people that do better when they have somebody to bounce ideas off of. Okay, these are the type of people that, hey man, they know how to just chill and let somebody else take charge. But they also know how to work their jelly and finesse things in a way that it always comes out to their advantage. It's very advantageous for them. But they can be pushed around a little bit. You know what I mean? And they can be molded into whatever the other person wants them to be. And that's not necessarily fair. With with Venus in the 6th house, like this is somebody who's there to serve you. This is somebody who really gets a kick out of taking care of a motherfucker. But they have a tendency to get involved with people who only are fucking with them for what they can do for them. Because they do so much. You do so much that people tend to expect that shit. And then when people tend to expect that shit, now you stuck. You stuck. What's up, Kane? Like, that's the thing with Venus in the 6th house. And does that mean that you love to work? Yes. Does that mean that you might meet somebody at work? Yes. Does it mean that you might get involved with people at work? Yes, but that's not what it's all about. That's only a small piece of it. That could also mean that you love your pets immensely. That could also mean that you're the type of person that has very pleasant work relationships with Venus in the 6th house. It doesn't mean that you have to be fucking somebody at your job. It just means that, hey, when you go to work, you're somebody that's seen as somebody that's pleasant. When you go to work, your daily routines are very blessed. You show up with the consistency every single day, and people love you for that because you show up pleasant with a smile on your face, there to serve. And the same thing in your relationships. When you're talking about relationships, that's what's so awesome about you is you show up there to serve. You might talk a little bit of shit. You might be very, very picky and meticulous about the way things want to go, and you don't like to break out of the norm. But you are somebody that is consistent. You are somebody that can be counted on in a relationship. Now with Venus in Virgo, yes, that means you're picky. Yes, that means that you're so picky that it's hard to find a good expression of your love nature. But it also means that you're usually not some person that settles. Venus in Virgo is somebody that knows what they want. This is somebody who they themselves are going to convey what they want by showing up every single day and them being who they want to be. Like, these motherfuckers are going to be who they want the person to be within a relationship. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing with that is they just want to see you do the best. Venus in Virgo loves perfection. They're looking for something perfect. They want that perfect fit. But sometimes when you're looking for that perfect fit, you get caught up in some bullshit and you miss somebody that really was down for your ass. You feel me? That's the thing with that. You miss somebody that was really fucking with you. And so, I mean, it's rough. Now, Venus in the 5th house. Is Venus in the 5th house a hoe? They can be. But the thing about Venus in the 5th house is they just love to have fun. For them, it's for the love of the game. It's to have fun. Does that mean that if you're in a relationship with them, they're going to cheat on you? No. It means they love to have fun. You have to keep things fun for them. You have to keep it light. That's somebody that's very playful. That's somebody that wants to have kids. That's somebody that kids are very attracted to. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that you shouldn't be fucking around with unless you want to have some kids, because with Venus in the 5th house, like, they're probably fertile. So if you're going up in that thing raw, you better be ready to be a pa or a mom. But yeah, in Prince of Moon, you are exactly right. Venus in the 6th could be a healer, but I'm talking about in relationships. I'm not necessarily talking about the other aspects of it, because a lot of them go. The 5th house relates to children. The 5th house relates to fun. The 5th house relates to creativity. The 5th house relates to your confidence. Okay, the 5th house relates to casual dating or you know, just casual sex, just fucking for fun. You know what I'm saying? Just playing the game, enjoying life, whatever it is that you find fun in your life. You know what I'm saying? I got my moon in the 5th house, and I already told y'all I'm a reformed hoe. I'm in recovery. Anyway, yeah, Venus in the 5th is about creativity. Venus in the 5th is about attention. Like, you show them attention, they're going to show you attention. You show them adoration, they are going to put on a show for your ass. And with Venus in Leo, it's a lot similar to that. Venus in Leo is adoration. Venus in Leo wants to be known that I'm the king. Venus in Leo is extremely loyal. That's what I said. Like, yeah, Venus in Leo can be a hoe before they settle down. But if it comes down to a point where they decide that they're loyal to you, then they got your back like 4 flats. You know, somebody asked me the other day, can Venus, and I'm a Venus in Leo, so, you know, I'm going to defend that vehemently. But somebody asked me the other day, is Venus in Leo a narcissist? Any sign can be a narcissist. But the thing is, Venus in Leo is so generous that it's hard to put them in a narcissistic category. Because yes, they want attention. Yes, these can be self-centered people. But all they want is their form of love. All they want is their adoration. When they get that adoration, the generosity, the loyalty, the tenacity with which they will be there for you is off the charts. It's off the charts. But yeah, Venus in the 5th house, man. Like, yeah, they love to have sex. They love to play. They love music. They love going to sports events. They love themselves, like, you know, just making people smile. That's somebody that's gonna make your ass laugh. That's somebody that, hey, if you can make them grin, you in. You in. That's somebody that has a love of a sense of humor. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that, you know, you show up with your little niece, or if you divorce, wherever, you show up with your baby, whatever, like, you can melt them. You can melt them. Now, Venus in Leo is very similar to that, but Venus in Leo is just more about, they themselves are very austere and regal in the way that they conduct themselves in love. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, with Venus in Leo, the setbacks of Venus in Leo is, Venus in Leo could end up jumping into a relationship with a motherfucker, or getting involved or having sex with a motherfucker that they themselves are not attracted to, just because that motherfucker was showing them adoration and shit. It's like, oh, you show me all this attention, you show me all this love. The least I could do is bless your motherfucking game. You know what I'm saying? And I've been guilty of that in my life before. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Fruit Toots? But yeah, the thing about Venus in Leo is, Venus in Leo just wants to be treated special. Venus in Leo feels like they're special. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm special. I've always felt like I was just different. Does that mean I am? Yes. In my case, I can't speak for everybody else, but yeah. Now, with Venus in the 4th house, that's family. That's home. That's a really pleasant relationship with one of your parents. You know what I'm saying? That is you learning to respect yourself. Venus in the 4th house is somebody that's, you know, it doesn't have to be, when I say patriotic, I don't mean like about America or about Cuba or about the UK or about Israel. No, I'm talking about somebody that's patriotic about wherever the fuck they came from. Somebody who's down for their homeland. That's Venus in the 4th house. Like, nah, man. Like, they're proud of wherever the fuck they came from. Whether it be their block, their house, their city, wherever it is, they proud of wherever they came from with Venus in the 4th house. And, you know, Venus in the 4th house is somebody that looks for they want a family. They want to build a family. You know what I'm saying? They probably had at least a somewhat pleasant experience with their family in a sense growing up, to where they want to carry that value system up. Whatever went on with them, it has taught them to how to be pleasant, and they want to build a beautiful home. And in some cases, they might have had some messed up stuff going on. So they have Venus in the 4th house now. Let them know that, nah, man, I want to build a pleasant fucking home up. I want a family. I'm looking for somebody to spend my life with, somebody to lay roots into the ground with. You get what I'm saying? And then this is also somebody who's not going to live in no nasty ass house. With Venus in the 4th house, this is not somebody that could be sitting up in the house with a whole bunch of motherfucking cockroaches and shit. No, Venus in the 4th cannot do that. You know what I'm saying? The congeniality of their home is everything for them. It affects their mood. And Venus in the 4th house is somebody that feels beautiful deep down. Whether it's outwardly or inwardly, like, this is somebody that is a very pleasant person inside. And they were taught to have manners. They were taught to be fair. They were taught to treat people the right way. And that's why they have Venus in the 4th house, because inside of them, they are a pleasant person. Inside of them, they have respect. Inside of them, they don't have any malice, because people forget, yeah, the 4th house is about home. But you see, the 10th house, that's really how you come across. That's your relationship to the public. The 4th house, that's who you are inside. When the door shuts, that's who you are. So with Venus in the 4th house, like, hey man, it's about your family. It's about home. It's about building something for real. You know what I'm saying? And Venus in the 4th house would say that you probably are going to have a very pleasant time towards the end of your life, the end of your days. Just so you know that. And Venus in Cancer is more or less about, you know, being nurturing. Venus in Cancer is an emotional lover. You know what I'm saying? This is a person that's very sensual. This is a person that just wants to show people that they care. This is somebody whose feelings are involved in whoever they're involved with. You know what I'm saying? This is not somebody that can have casual relationships. You know what I'm saying? If you do something with a person with Venus in Cancer, their emotions are going to be involved. That's just how they operate. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is with that. There's a whole bunch of ways you can break that down, but more or less, with Venus in Cancer, their emotions are involved. What's up, Miss Sharon? If y'all here and y'all didn't hit the like button, I don't know how long we can be friends. But yeah, Venus in Cancer is somebody that when they're in a relationship with somebody, like, they're gonna do whatever they can to make sure they're all right. They're very protective. You know what I'm saying? And like, Venus in Cancer wants to play house. You know what I'm saying? There's not a whole bunch of there's other aspects and there's exceptions to everything. So anybody could feel free to have their difference of opinion, okay? Because I'm not the be all end all. But Venus in Cancer is not somebody that you could typically, you know, for over a long period of time have a long distance relationship with. Eventually, Venus in Cancer is going to want to shack up. And then with Venus in the 3rd house, sapiosexual. That's somebody that it all starts in the mind. That's somebody that, hey, some people would say Venus in Gemini or Venus in the 3rd house could be a hoe, but no, that's not it. That's somebody who, if you can keep their mind stimulated, then it's a whole different realm of possibilities. You feel me? That's somebody who loves to talk. That's somebody where conversation rules the nation. That's somebody who, they don't want to sit still. They don't want to do a whole bunch of Netflix and chill. No, they want to laugh. They want to go to comedy clubs. They want to go take a ride in the car. You know what I'm saying? They want to see what's going on. They want to talk. They want to go out with other couples. They want to do that type of thing. That's the socialization right there. That's not somebody that you could ever allow to be stagnant, because then they have to go looking somewhere else for stimulation. You feel me? And then with Venus in Gemini, it's almost that with this one right here, Venus in the 3rd, Venus in Gemini, it's almost the same thing, except Venus in the 3rd also would say that you had a very pleasant relationship with your neighborhood. It means that you really got along with your brothers and sisters. It means that, you know, it means that in school, you probably, you know, might have been a popular person in grade school or elementary school, or you had a lot of friends in that arena. You know what I'm saying? That means that you have fond memories of childhood. You know what I'm saying? It could mean that you got a Taurus or Libra dominant brother or sister somewhere in the mix right there. You know what I'm saying? But Venus in Gemini, more or less, these are the type of people that they just love somebody that they can talk to. They love somebody that's gonna teach them stuff. They love somebody that they themselves can teach things to. They love somebody that keeps them stimulated. They love somebody that keeps them smiling. You get what I'm saying? And they don't like a whole bunch of deep extra shit. You know what I'm saying? They might like a little bit of that Gemini drama just to keep shit interesting, but they not with a whole bunch of that heavy shit. You get what I'm saying? Like that's not what they about. They're gonna shut down before that. They're gonna shut down before that. And just, I mean, conversation rules the nation, man. Like, that's somebody that it doesn't really matter how you look with Venus and Gemini. With Venus and Gemini, it's how you think. It's how you think. They get turned on by the way other people think. You feel me? Like, you hear him talking, then you turn around and you hear him. And you're like, man, I like the way that motherfucker thinks. That shit was sexy, right? I believe you, Kane. But it's not all about that. You might care how people look. And you might be attracted to somebody physically, but if somebody stimulates you mentally, the one that was fine physically ain't got no shot. Motherfucker can make you laugh if they got an awesome sense of humor. That motherfucker ain't got no shot. Now, if they got looks and a sense of humor and a mind, like, oh shit, your ass is in trouble, okay? Now, Venus in the 2nd house. This is somebody who gets money. You understand? This is somebody who is about building material security. This is somebody that is attracted to the finer things. This is somebody who is going to have the finer things in life because Venus is there. They are going to be blessed in that arena of life. They know how to make money instinctively, or maybe they were taught by their parents in some arena in life. But Venus in the second house is just more or less like, man, let's get it. Let's get it. Venus in the second house is somebody that, you know, you have dinner with at the top of the city. You know what I'm saying? Venus in the second house is somebody that was born with a touch of class. You feel me? Like, it's just natural in them. I got Saturn in the second house too, KBH, which is the opposite of that. I was born in the motherfucking gutter. Now, I'm a Libra rising, so I've always had a little bit of class and charm, but Saturn in the second is a whole nother beast. And so, Venus in Taurus now. Venus in Taurus is a hedonist. Venus in Taurus, they get money too, and they're about attracting money, but Venus in Taurus is somebody that wants to make you feel comfortable. You feel me? It's all about feeling comfortable. This is somebody that wants to indulge your senses. That's what they love. You know what I'm saying? Like, Venus in Taurus will pay for a good time. That's the thing about Venus in Taurus. Venus in Taurus thinks of everything in terms of worth. What's it worth to you? What's it worth to you? Venus in Taurus is somebody that's solid in a relationship. If they feel like you're somebody that they can build with, then they ain't going nowhere. They down with you. They don't want to argue. They don't want to do any of that other shit. Venus in Taurus just wants to chill. That's somebody that knows how to chill. They have mastered the art of chilling. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that you can watch a movie with. That's somebody that you can sit up and eat something with. That's somebody that you can sit up with and have multiple orgasms with all motherfucking night long. Because that's what they love. They want to indulge. They can't get enough. Venus in Taurus is insatiable. You feel me? Now, Venus in the first house. This is somebody that is extremely attractive. This is somebody that is extremely pleasant. This is somebody who has mastered the art of finesse in this life. They were just born with it. You feel me? This is somebody who, if they smile, you are going to smile. If they smile at you, it will make your day better. That's somebody that when they smile at you, you're gonna be like, is that motherfucker smiling at me? Like that's the thing about Venus in the first house. Venus in the first house is somebody that is pleasant. You know what I'm saying? It might not always be. My son has Venus in the first house. I don't know if y'all saw him yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But my son has Venus, Mars. My son has Venus, Mars, Uranus, and Neptune all on the ascendant. So yeah. Venus in the first house is somebody that's just a joy to be around. Venus in the first house is somebody that was probably a really cute kid growing up. And as long as they cultivate the right personality traits, they'll end up being a truly beautiful person with the older that they get. It don't even, and while they usually do look good, with Venus in the first house, that doesn't mean that it has to be how they look. It's their demeanor. It's their aura that is everything. Like, it's that charm. You know what I'm saying? Venus in the first house drink with their pinky up. You feel me? Now, Venus in Aries, that's a whole different problem. And I said problem because Venus in Aries, they initiate shit. Or Venus in Aries is going to get at you. A Venus in Aries is somebody that's very direct in the expression of their love nature. Now, they're not mean like people say or aggressive. They are just assertive. They're the pioneer. They get shit started. They supply the adventure. That's what Venus in Aries is about. And the problem is, Venus in Aries, they're so gung-ho that a lot of times they get into relationships with people that they didn't even know who they were in the first place. But the thing is, they didn't even care. Like, they wanted what they wanted, so they got what they wanted. And then the finishing, that's not always what Aries energy does best. Venus in Aries is not similar to Mars in Libra. It sounds like it, but it's not. Because those planets do two different things. But Venus in Aries, yeah, they're fun to be around. Yeah, Venus in Aries, they might, that's another placement that some might call a hoe. Hell, my mama had Venus in Aries, but more than anything else, I definitely can't call my mama a hoe. But what I can say is my mama jumped into relationships with people that she didn't know who they were. Like, she got involved with them, with my dad, with my stepdad. She got involved with him. She got married to him, and everything was good at first. But later on, like, the person that they got involved with turned out to be completely different than the person that she started out with. But the problem is, both of them were Gemini, so she should have seen that coming. That switch up was gonna happen. You know, but Venus in Aries is the type of person that if a Venus in Aries likes you, they gonna get at you. I've seen it. I was involved with this crazy ass Aries chick with Venus in Aries, and you know how we met? This was years ago. We met I was living in Dallas and she lived in my hometown. Chick hit me up on Facebook and said, "You gonna be mine." And she got to rapping, and that's how it happened. And that was the worst day of my motherfucking life. But yeah. Hey, I just now paid attention. What's up, Keisha? Big shout out to my homie, y'all, Cosmic Moon Tarot, man. If y'all don't fuck with Cosmic Moon Tarot, you seriously out of line, man. Seriously. She sets the standard. And that's what that was. Hey, let them know where they can see you live at, Keisha. If y'all have a chance to go catch a live with Cosmic Moon Tarot, hey, you better do that. But yeah. That's the Ascendant. I'm going all the way down through there today. Yeah, we live astrology for you like a motherfucker. But I'm taking. I went hard already, and I'm still good. We still gonna be here till probably to at least 12, maybe 12:30. I'm finna go in. So we talked about the importance of the Ascendant and the Descendant. You know what I'm saying? Hold up, Slavi D. You said Venus sexed out to the Ascendant. Just a very pleasant person, man. You are somebody that knows how to work well with people. You're somebody that knows how to take everything in stride too, with Venus sextile to the Ascendant. You know what I mean? Everything is a learning experience, and you come out with a smile on your face with Venus sextile to the ascendant. And usually, you know, your life just with Venus sextile to the ascendant, your life improves at every turn. You know what I'm saying? And it's just because you're a positive person. But anyway, what topic he on? Goddamn. Refer to me in the motherfucking third person in my motherfucking shit. Venus in Taurus, Venus in Taurus, sextile to Moon in Cancer. Man, I mean, that right there is just speaking directly to you being a calm person and you having your emotions, you being very, very calm in the way that you handle your emotions. And you know, you're very, with that right there, you're very comfortable with yourself. You know what I'm saying? And because you're comfortable with yourself right there, like, you're able to make other people feel comfortable around you. And you have good relationships with people with that. And, you know, with Venus in Taurus, which of course is at home, so that's going to be highly empowered. Sextile to the Moon in Cancer, which is at home and highly empowered. Like, you are a person that just doesn't really harbor bad feelings about anybody. You care deeply, and you want to do whatever you can from your end to make people feel comfortable. We all good astrology for you. It's all love. No, don't pay attention to me. I just be talking shit. I don't wear red very often, so when I got that red on, I be feeling myself. It took years and years of my life for me to be comfortable even wearing a red shirt like this, as I had to grow out of ignorance and a whole bunch of bullshit coming up and get out of that childish mentality that I had. Mars opposite to Venus. I mean, with Mars opposite to Venus, you're a very passionate person, but like, there's conflicts. I mean, that says that you like to get involved with people that while they might turn you on, y'all don't necessarily get along for whatever reason may be. There's a disconnect sometimes because maybe one of y'all is extremely strong-willed and the other person gives in too much, or maybe y'all both are extremely strong-willed, or maybe y'all both are extremely acquiescent, and there's just some kind of disconnect that always causes a conflict with that right there, with Venus opposite to Mars. Tommy, it ain't nothing wrong with any color, bro. There's nothing wrong with any color. I personally myself grew up in an ignorant ass gang-banging mindset. Okay? So, for me personally, it has taken time and maturity for me to start doing these type of things. I'm not like everybody else, bro. Like, I really came from the gutter, bro. Like I tell you all the time, I found my mom dead when I was 13. My daddy was a dope fiend. You know, he was sexually inappropriate, so that pushed me out into the streets. And so I pimped, I sold drugs, I gangbanged. Hell, I sold drugs to my own daddy just so I could get my motherfucking Social Security check back. Like, I came from a whole different era, bro. So just for me, like, I grew up in the gutter, for real. I spent years of my life in the penitentiary in Texas. One of the worst prison systems there is in the world. I picked cotton with my bare hands for 4 years of my life, man. Spent almost 7 years of my life in prison. Astrology for you. That's much love. Thank you so much, man. So it's no disrespect. I'm grown. I don't give a damn about that shit now, but you know what I'm saying? I grew up crippin', bro. I mean, you want me to just say it plain? I grew up crippin', bro. And while I don't condone that for anybody, I think that shit is trash. I will say this: if you've ever been anything for real, then you can't not be that anymore. That'll always be a part of who I am. I hate that I involve myself in that, but the person that I am would never let me falter from that either. I'm just, that'll always be a part of me. I done fought, shed blood, sweat, and tears, did a whole bunch of dumb shit behind that shit. So that is something that's ingrained in me. Do I love Bloods and Crips and GDs and Mexicans and everything and white folks and everything? Yeah. I love everybody. I'm here to teach everybody. I'm here to spread awareness for everybody. You get what I'm saying? But yeah. I'm still me, cuz. And the thing is, I look better in red than anything else. But let's get back to the other shit, man. You said life path 8. What's my take on the life paths? I've kind of told y'all this before. Life paths for me, I mean, that's the most important. Of course, that's the most important part of your numerology readings. And I do numerology readings. I'm actually a very accomplished numerologist, just so we know this. But if you're trying to refer to where it ties into astrology, your life path is a lot more aligned with your north node than anything else. Do not look for your life path to be in your sun sign. Do not look for your life path to be in your moon sign. That life path is usually very much aligned with your north node placement. And whether it's in your birth chart, whether it's in a synastry reading, whether it's in anything, people always need to never discount the significance of that north node. Because when I'm doing a natal chart reading for somebody, I always tell them, and if any of y'all are here that have had a natal chart interpretation from me, I always tell y'all that we could easily start or end our whole analysis with that one single factor right there, because that motherfucker is so all-inclusive that it shows your karmic direction in life. Does that mean it's your karmic destiny? No, but it shows where you need to be headed in this life. So it's really at least one of the top 3 or top 4 placements in your chart with significance to your life right now. And Mr. Nobody, having a life path 8 is about getting money. Cosmic Moon Tarot can tell you that. But having a life path 8 is about building. It's bossy. It's about getting money. It's about building material security in this life. Okay? So having Leo in the 11th house of your north node is perfect for a life path 8. That tells you that, hey, you need to be using your creativity to get money. That says that you're made to get money in this life. So what the fuck you gonna do with it? What house is your north node in, Elizabeth Torres? So let me get back to what I was saying a second ago, though. What we did, I talked to y'all about how important the ascendant and the descendant was. I talked to y'all how important Venus was, both sign and house. So now, let's not forget how important Lilith is in relationships also. Whether we're talking about in synastry or whether we're talking about with people straight up. Because the thing about Lilith is, Lilith shows that energy that really turns you on. It's not only the energy that you yourself exude, but it's that energy that really turns you on. Hey, what y'all into it about? Y'all chill, baby. But you know that energy with Lilith is really what turns you on, but it's not what's good for you. It's not what's good for you. Just remember that. I have Lilith in the 8th house too, Zay. Now you'll be all right. Whatever y'all got going on, let's make sure we're respectful to each other no matter what. But never forget that I'm not gonna give a breakdown of Lilith by house and sign because there's so much I can go into with Lilith, man. But let's talk about Mars. Because Mars is what turns you on. But Mars is your energy. It's your passion. If y'all have any questions, I'm here. You just holler at me, bro. It's your energy. It's your passion. It's your inherent sense of determination. It's your sex drive. It's how you handle yourself in those situations. You get what I'm saying? It's your preferred method of implementation. You know, that's what Mars is about. And so let me light a blunt on this for y'all. We're gonna talk about Mars by house and sign real quick. And I'm not giving full interpretation to this, so if I miss something, it's my shit. Nicole Sweet said, is Venus how women act in a relationship and men Mars? No. No. Venus is how you are affectionately. You know what I'm saying? Venus is and with women, the thing with, okay, if you're looking at with Venus or with feminine energy, Venus is how love is showed and how they want to be loved in what arena of life. Now with men, Venus shows how they are kind of, but Mars shows how they get down. Mars can show that in women too, but with men, Mars shows that sex drive. With men, Mars shows how they handle themselves in that situation. Whereas with Mars, women is more or less what turns them on. It also can show how they get down, but it's more or less what turns them on. With the masculine aspect of Mars, it's how I'm going is what I'm going to do when I get turned on. You feel me? This is how I'm going to conduct myself when I get turned on. But so Mars and Aries. And I'm not going to go into how they handle themselves in work or in their everyday environment. I'm talking about in situations where passions are stirred. Okay? So new Aries Mars climax fast. I don't know about that. I'll tell you this though. Mars in Aries is somebody. You out, astrology for you? Thank you for the love, but you ain't gotta go nowhere. But Mars in Aries is somebody that's direct. That's somebody that knows what they want. That's somebody that handles themselves aggressively in those situations. Okay? That's somebody who does that mean that they're gonna come fast? No. Whether it's man or woman. It just means that they want to get right to it. They want to get right to it. A Mars in Aries isn't really with a whole bunch of that foreplay and shit. They want to get it in. You get what I'm saying? And it ain't it's gonna be passionate. It's fire. You get what I'm saying? It might even be a little bit rough. It's somebody that is assertive in that way. You know what I'm saying? Mars and Aries is somebody that's gonna bend your ass over that motherfucking couch or bend your ass over that counter and wax that ass real fast and then walk off on your ass. That's Mars and Aries. Okay, astrology for you. Thank you for the love, man. You always come through and show love, even when nobody else don't. So I got nothing but love and respect for you. But yeah. Mars and Aries is trying to get direct fulfillment of their passion. You feel me? And maybe they can, I don't know about, you know what I'm saying? I'm not a Mars and Aries. So I don't know about climaxing fast. I have Mars in Capricorn. So that would tell you that I definitely, I don't do all that. But yeah, Mars. But the thing is, like with Mars and Aries, they might get lost in the shuffle because Mars and Aries doesn't necessarily care about pleasing you as much. Now there might be other things in the chart that say otherwise, but Mars and Aries comes in and tears that thing up. They get theirs in. Hopefully you got yours in by the time they got theirs in, and they might go again after that, but if not, sorry. You know what I'm saying? Mars and Aries is about direct fulfillment of their passions directly. Now with Mars in the first house, that is somebody that it exudes a passionate aura. You know what I'm saying? That's somebody that exudes a passionate aura. Somebody with Mars in the first house is somebody that people want to fuck. You turn people on. You feel me? That's the thing about Mars in the first house. Like, they turn people, they know how to ignite. They turn people on. They know how to ignite the passions. A Mars in the first house, that's somebody that you know, they're about that action. They're about that action. What's that emoji for, Cosmic Moon? They about that action. Now, Mars in Taurus. This is somebody who wants to indulge. This is somebody who wants to indulge. This is somebody who probably loves foreplay with Mars and Taurus. This is somebody that probably wants to taste that thing all motherfucking night long. You feel me? Mars and Taurus wants you to please them. You feel me? Every way around Mars and Taurus wants to taste it. They want to have. What's interesting about it? Cosmic Moon. It's a whole bunch of freaky ass placements, Zaynab. You can't make one freakiest. But Mars and Taurus could definitely be a hedonist, but they're not somebody that just does that with just everybody. It has to be somebody that they feel comfortable with. Okay? Mars and Taurus, like, it's also about how everything looks. You know what I'm saying? They want somebody beautiful. Mars and Taurus it's all of it together. It's the aesthetics. It's how everything feels. It's the whole experience. You feel me? Mars and Taurus is somebody that's gonna be probably a little bit slower than most to let the moment build up. They don't move real fast. They want to make sure that you enjoy everything. You know what I'm saying? They want to make sure you enjoy everything, and they want to enjoy everything. There's no need to rush with Mars and Taurus. There's no need to rush for that. Like I just said, astrology for you. Mars and Taurus will sit up and eat up on that thing all night. They'll sit up there and taste it all. I'll get to Mars and Capricorn in a minute, Samir. I got Mars and Capricorn, but Mars and Taurus, like, they want to taste it. They want to smell it. They want to feel it. They want to hear you moaning in their ear. All of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about taking your time and really feeling it all. You still got me confused, Cosmic Moon, though. Why'd your allergies act up? And then with Mars in the second house, it's more about possessions. I'm gonna get to all of them here in a second, Josh and Elizabeth. But yeah, with Mars in the second house, it is money. Money is the motivation. They do get turned on by material things. They do want to be with somebody that makes them feel secure. You know what I'm saying? Mars in the Mars in the second house, they're going to get money themselves. Like, they have a desire to establish material security. And doing that turns them on. Doing that turns him on. I ain't even gonna speak on Robert Kelly, but because I love Robert's music, man. But I have daughters, so fuck Robert. I meant that. Anybody that can harm a baby. Fuck them. But yeah. But I still jam his shit. He ain't getting that money no more anyway. They didn't put them civil suits in. That money is going to his victims. So if you are jamming R. Kelly's music, guess what? You are paying his victims. But yeah. Mr. Nobody, with Mars in the second, you don't necessarily have to be a male gold digger. It just means, well, with Scorpio, with you might be a male gold digger. But really, with you, it's just about, with Mars in the second, it's you yourself. Like, you can't get turned on when you broke with Mars in the second house. Mr. Nobody and me that got Mars in the second in Scorpio. Both of y'all want motherfuckers. Y'all looking for, y'all can make motherfuckers just give you their money. But with Mars in the second house, like, this is not somebody that can get turned on when y'all sitting up broke. When y'all ain't got shit. And you got to respect that in this way. You feel me? That's the thing about Mars in the second house. So this is somebody who spends a lot of energy getting to them dividends. You know what I'm saying? They also know with Mars in the second, women lie, men lie, numbers don't lie. Motherfucker. Lost my motherfucking lighter. Oh, here it is. Now, with Mars and Gemini, the thing that people always are going to talk about with Gemini, the first thing people are going to go to with Gemini is communication. The first thing they're going to go to is talking, and that's cool. But Mars in Gemini likes variety. There's a whole multitude of things that could turn Mars and Gemini on. Okay? Yeah, they want somebody they can talk to, but more than anything else, they want stimulation. You know? Mars in Gemini, this is somebody that gets turned on by them text messages. This is somebody that gets turned on by sexting. This is somebody that you know, that gets turned on where you can build it up all day long with them. If you're in a house with a Mars and Gemini person, they're the type that's going to do that for you. They're the type of person that's going to get turned on by telling you what they're going to do to you all day long. You get what I'm saying? Like, hey, here in a little bit, I'm going to tear that ass up. And I'm going to be real with you. Mars and Gemini likes all kinds of stuff. If you're dealing with a male with Mars and Gemini, they like things that are aren't so conventional. You get what I'm saying? The thing with Mars and Gemini is, like I said, it's stimulation. They can, just about anything can turn them on if you catch them at that right minute. Yeah, I didn't expose you, Tommy. But yeah, Mars and Gemini is that one that can't be pinned down. Mars and Gemini like threesomes. Mars and Gemini can handle multiple people in the bed at once. Mars and Gemini can flip your ass several different ways in every which way before you know what happened to you. And I mean, even when it comes from a female, Mars and Gemini, like, this is a person that they like you to talk to them. Yeah. They want you to tell them it's yours. They're gonna talk back to you. Mars and Virgo is almost the same thing, but they're gonna tell you you ain't shit. It's about playing in the mind. Now, Mars in the third house, that says something different. Mars in the third house that says that you move pretty fast. Mars in the third house is somebody that probably grew up real fast sexually. They got out there real fast when they were young. And Mars in the third house is also somebody like, you know, where they are very direct in telling you what they want. So if you end up not being able to please somebody with Mars in the third house or even Mars in Gemini, it's your fault because they told you what the fuck they wanted. Like, that's the thing with that one. Now, with Mars in Cancer, almost the exact same with Venus in Cancer. Them feelings are going to get involved with Mars in Cancer. You know, and that's good and bad. Mars in Cancer wants to nurture you. Mars in Cancer, when they come, they're going to be passionate. In the bedroom, they are passionate. They want to make love. With Mars and Cancer, they want to make love. Hey, whether they do for real or not, I don't know. But Mars and Cancer, like if you hitting that thing right, or if they working it right on you, however they getting it, hey, they gonna tell you they love you. They gonna tell you they love you. That's Mars and Cancer. Mars and Cancer wants to make love. You get what I'm saying? Mars and Cancer. Mars and Cancer is not going to tell you what they want. No. Mars and Cancer expects you to know, because they are going to feel you out and find out what you like and give it to you. That's the thing about Mars and Cancer. They going to work you, feel you out, and then give your body what it needs. I'm going to get to all of them in a second. Oscar, hold on, baby. Now, Mars in the 4th house. I have Mars in the 4th house. It's just about me being comfortable. With Mars in the 4th house, my feelings get involved too, almost like Mars in Cancer. I have Mars in Capricorn in the 4th house though, but really more or less, you know, I'm nurturing. Really more or less, you know, I'm the type of person that it's all about me. I got to be in the mood for it, and I have to feel comfortable. And if I'm in the mood, and if I feel comfortable, then you get that Mars in Capricorn. That's what a sign in the house play together with any of us. Then you get the goat. Then you got somebody that's gonna work your ass for hours upon hours upon hours upon hours, just so you know that, hey, ain't nobody gonna be able to do you like I do you. Mars in Capricorn is the master. It's not just because I'm a Mars in Capricorn. That's just what it is. But we're gonna get to that in a minute. So, Mars in Leo. This is somebody that's extremely affectionate. This is somebody that's playful in their expression of love. You get what I'm saying? This is somebody who they just want to be adored, and they're going to adore you. You know what I'm saying? Mars in Capricorn is the master of a lot of things. But anyway, stop baiting me. But Mars in Leo, likes a lot of foreplay too, because they're so playful. You get what I'm saying? Mars and Leo, like, they want to have a good time. They want to have a good time. I'll tell you in a minute. I was just playing, Samir. Mars in Capricorn is the master of a lot of things. Mars is exalted in Capricorn. But with Mars, you know, we're talking about sex drive, which is what we're talking about now, and how they get down a little bit. And then that's what I'm talking about with Mars. I was just tooting my own horn, bro. Don't mind me. And so, with Mars and Leo, though, it is about attention. The same with Mars in the 5th house. It is about attention. And if you're not giving them attention that they need, if you're not giving them the utter devotion that they feel like they deserve, then Mars and Leo gonna go give it to somebody else. You get what I'm saying? It's so important that Mars and Leo feel special, because If they feel special, then you get the king. Even when we're talking about a female or any type of androgynous situation or any type of situation where it's same sex or transgender or anything like that, we're talking about Mars and Leo. It's about adoration. Adoration. Now with Mars in the 5th house, it's about attention. It's about fun. Mars in the 5th house, if I see that, we might got us a hoe on our hands. Because they're going to do whatever feels fun to them. If it's fun, they're going to do it. They fuck just for sport. That's Mars in the 5th house. Now, Mars in Leo, which is where this is close to unity, is not the same thing. Mars in Leo, that means that they are a very attentive lover. They are a very passionate lover. They bring a lot of fire into the mix, and they're there for the long haul. But it's also playful. You get what I'm saying? It's a mutual exchange of adoration and love and devotion with that. You know what I'm saying? Mars and Leo is the type that'll come out of the blue and tear that ass up one good time just to remind you that they still the king. That's the thing about Mars and Leo. Mars and Leo, they would do whatever it takes to make sure your ass ain't forgot about them. Now, Mars in the 5th house, that's fun. Like I said, that's fun. That's somebody that's going to do whatever feels fun to them. That's somebody that, hey, if you get somebody with Mars in the 5th at the right time, you could probably wax that thing. They about it. You know what I'm saying? Period. Because Mars is in the 5th house. The 5th house is fun. Mars is sex. Mars is passion. So that passion, sex turns these people on, and it's fun to them. So indulge. Indulge. Now, with Mars in Virgo, they're there to serve. Mars in Virgo wants to serve your ass. They like to talk too. Mars and Virgo, it's about the mind too. But with Mars in Virgo, they know what they want. They know what they want. And they're going to find out what you want. Because the devil's in the details. And then they're going to give you what you want perfectly and consistently. That's Mars in Virgo. Mars in Virgo, they bring... I'm trying to get the right way to you, man. Mars in Virgo wants to make your fantasies real. Mars in Virgo wants to give you what the fuck you want for real. What's up with it, Anna? What's up, Halo? But yeah, Mars in Virgo, like, they're the type of people that they will put their mouth on you for hours at a time because they're here to serve. They will serve you up for as long as it takes to get the job done. Because they're going to do their duty. They're going to show up to work. And then with Mars in the 6th house, it's a bit, like I said, it's about consistency. Mars in the 6th house, yeah, it might be that they get turned on. They might be fucking with people at work, or they might be having conflict at work. But with Mars in the 6th house, it's about putting that work in. Whatever the sign is how they do it. But however they do it, they're going to consistently put that work in with it being in the 6th house. Whatever that level or what I'll tell you in a minute. Hey, no, I'm doing these Mars right now. But whatever their level of skill is with Mars in the 6th house, by whatever their preferred method of implementation is, with whatever Mars sign it is. You're going to get that consistently with it being in the 6th house. You feel me? Mars in the 6th house want to work your ass. If you hear and you ain't hit the like button, stop disrespecting me. With Mars in the Libra, the problem with Mars in Libra is a lot of times they don't know what they want. They want to give you what you want. With Mars in Libra, they know what turns you on, and they're experts at doing whatever it takes to turn you on. You know what I'm saying? They're pleasant. They want you to feel good. And they feel good by making you feel good. That's Mars in Libra. You get what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it. But the problem is, when do you find out what you really desire, Mars in Libra? But here's the trick. You just might arrive to the conclusion that what you desire is to give other people what they desire. That's what turns you on. That's the thing about Mars and Libra. What turns you on is turning on other motherfuckers. You love to see how you get other people going. I see you, King. Now, with Mars in the 7th house, like you want relationships real bad. What's up with it? What's up with it? Metaphysics King. I'll answer that question in a second. But with Mars in the 7th house, like they want relationships real bad, but they have conflict in those relationships. You get what I'm saying? Now, with Mars in Scorpio, that's passion personified. That's somebody that's gonna get as nasty as you want to get. I mean, hey, they like it like that. If you like it like that, they like it like that, and they gonna get theirs, and you gonna get yours, and it's gonna be, it's gonna be crazy because Mars in Scorpio is insatiable. It's insatiable. They can't get enough. You can't go deeper. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's danger. But more than anything else, Mars in Scorpio, they want somebody that makes them feel it at the primordial level. You know? Like, hey. The thing is, there is danger involved. The thing is, with them feelings, when you touch that primordial part of somebody, there's gonna be feelings that are stirred up that you might not want to deal with. You see, with Mars in Scorpio, motherfucker's like a crazy spoon. And you can just reach down in the bottom of that cup and stir up all that crazy from the bottom. And now you got some issues on your hand. Mars and Scorpio make your ass crazy. That shit is so deep, that shit touched you at a level that you was not ready to be touched at, that shit will fuck you up. It'll make you feel uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? Mars and Scorpio chick will eat that ass, have you on the wall like Spider-Man in this motherfucker. It's happening. Alright. Like Mars and Scorpio, just like with Moon and Scorpio, with Venus and Scorpio, that's not an energy to be played with. You get what I'm saying? That is a serious ass energy, man. It's sexy in a motherfucker. It's powerful. It's passionate because, hey, fucking with Mars and Scorpio, it's not going to be just an exchange of energy. It's going to be an exchange of power. Somebody is going to come out more powerful from that experience. Now, they might be fortunate enough where they're dealing with somebody where both of them come out more powerful from that experience. But if you're not ready for that, they're going to take your power. Mars and Scorpio put that life-changing shit on you. Mars and Scorpio will have your ass laid up somewhere for a whole fucking weekend when you know your ass has somewhere else you need to be. Now, Mars in the 8th house. They're nasty. But see, Mars in the 8th house is turned on by, and the sign doesn't matter. What turns them on is those dark experiences. See, a Mars in the 8th house person would get turned on by seeing a Mars in Scorpio person work. Like Mars in the 8th house. They about all that shit. And the thing with Mars in the 8th house, whatever the sign is, that's going to show how they get down. But Mars in the 8th house, they are looking for life-changing experiences. They are turned on by the darkness in people. Mars in Scorpio brings the darkness. Mars in the 8th house is turned on by the darkness. Now, with Mars in Sagittarius, this is passion. This is somebody that's just there for the experience. Hold on. Let me turn this down, y'all. Mars and Sagittarius, like, they in it to learn something. Mars in Sagittarius is also there to teach something. Mars in Sagittarius is turned on by, or I'm not even gonna say what they're turned on by. We'll talk about with that being Mars in the 9th house, because I'm almost getting it wrong. Mars in Sagittarius, these are sporty people. You know what I'm saying? This is fire. Never forget that. Never forget that. But they are up for the challenge. Mars in Sagittarius is there for the challenge. When you're no longer challenging to them, then you're no longer attractive in a lot of cases. So stay challenging to them. Mars in Sagittarius wants to meet their match. Mars in Sagittarius will make you have a spiritual experience. Not like Mars in Pisces, but like Sagittarius. Mars in Sagittarius will hurt your feelings. Because they just here for a good time, not for a long time. Yeah. Already did Mars in the 3rd house. Halo. You just gotta rewind it. But yeah. Mars in Sagittarius is there for they're up for the challenge. They're there for the experience. Mars in Sagittarius, like, they'll tear that ass up just to let you know that they can tear that ass up. That's the thing about them. Now, Mars in the 9th house, that's being turned on by foreign things. Mars in the 9th house, they're wise. Mars in the 9th house will go as far as they need to go to find fulfillment of their pleasures. Yeah. And it has to mean something. It has to mean something. Now, Mars in Capricorn, myself. This is chess, not checkers, with Mars in Capricorn. This is somebody that is going to do whatever the fuck it takes to let it be known that I'm somebody to be respected in this motherfucker. Mars in Capricorn also, they like to dominate. You know, Mars in Capricorn, that's that daddy energy. Whether it's male or female, that's that daddy energy. Mars in Capricorn is going to handle your ass. Mars in Capricorn is going to come through there and show you that this is how it needs to be done. Everybody else that did it before now, they didn't do it right. They didn't do it right. So I'm going to take you through the necessary steps of working that ass out in a way that you never even realized before, because they wasn't doing it right. Now you done met the GOAT. Now you done met somebody who has extreme restraint. Now you done met somebody who they're going to do whatever it takes to teach themselves how to prolong orgasms, how to not come fast, how to control themselves, how to prolong the situation, because they are going to be there for a long time. I hope you got time with Mars and Capricorn, because they don't have, Mars and Capricorn is not easy to please. I'm not an easy person to please. That's just real. Oh, no, you better bring your sack lunch. Because if we gonna do it, we gonna do it right. Right. For real. Like, Mars and Capricorn is exalted. Mars and Capricorn is the type of person that'll tear that ass up, won't even come, will stop and leave your ass alone, will leave you hanging for a minute. Mars and Capricorn will hold out on your ass for however long it takes for them to have control of the situation. Mars and Capricorn will give you the best kitty or the best D you ever had in your life, and then keep it from you. Keep it from you. Keep it from you, and just to let you know that they run it. It's theirs to give. That's Mars and Capricorn. Mars and Capricorn is somebody that plays the long game. You feel me? Mars and if it's gonna take foreplay, then they're gonna do foreplay. They're gonna do all the work it takes. Mars and Capricorn is gonna put that work in. That's a workaholic. Like, Mars and Capricorn is about respect. So what Mars and Capricorn is gonna do, they're gonna do whatever it fucking takes to let it be known that you were the best they ever had. I mean that they're the best that you ever had, is what I'm really trying to say. That's something that's important to a Mars and Capricorn. Being the best. And it's not about just somebody telling them they're the best. It's about them knowing it because they did it. Hey, the fifth dimension eating show, you a goddamn lie. I don't know what Mars and Capricorn you was fucking with, but he wasn't the right one. Anyway, maybe his was retrograde. Now, Mars in the it's always somebody that's gonna come on here and talk some shit anyway with some negativity, and that's all right. But Mars in the 10th house, that's different. Mars in the 10th house, this is somebody that is turned on by status. You feel me? Mars in the 10th house is somebody that's turned on by that boss type energy. They're the type of person that's turned on by people that can take control. Mars in Capricorn is somebody that's gonna take control. Mars in the 10th house is turned on by somebody that can take control. You feel me? Now, how they conduct with Mars in the 10th house, how they conduct themselves when somebody comes to try to take control, that's going to judge by the sign, because they got Mars and Capricorn in the 10th house, then they're going to assert their dominance too, and y'all finna be there for a long time working that out. But in other situations, I mean, it can mean a lot of things. Now, Mars in Aquarius. That's somebody that's turned on by new things. That's somebody that is going to be different than anything you've ever had in your life. Mars in Aquarius is somebody that, yeah, they also got that sapiosexual thing. It does start in the mind, but they are going to bring an electric energy into the mix that you ain't never experienced before. You feel me? Like, Mars in the 10th house do like to broadcast. Mars in the 10th house could be exhibitionists too. Mars in the 10th house, you know, they get turned on by shit that everybody can see. Mars in the 10th house, they want you to post their ass. Not Mars in Capricorn. Mars in the 10th house, because I'm not with that shit. I like myself to keep my business private. I don't like anybody to know what the fuck I have going on in my personal life, and it's not for anybody to know. And that doesn't mean I don't have anything going on, or that I do have anything going on. It means that it's nobody's fucking business but whoever the fuck I got it going on with. And that's how I'm gonna conduct myself. I got Pluto in the 1st house. That's how it rolls with me. But Mars in Aquarius, like, this is somebody who's gonna bring something new to the table every single time. Like, and the thing is, they're gonna do that so much that it's something that they kind of get stuck doing. You get what I'm saying? The thing with Mars and Aquarius is you ain't got to worry about stagnation with that. It's not going to get stagnant. But if you're looking for consistency, you will not find it. You feel me? Mars and Aquarius, they like things that other people might not even be into yet or know about. I'm not talking about emotions, man. I'm talking about sex, Halo. Mars in Aquarius, like, what do you want me to say? Like, that's something that can't be pinned down. You want me to explain the unexplainable? I can't do that. There is no telling what you're going to get with that bag right there. Now, with Mars in the 11th house. Yeah, Mars in the 10th is about business, but with Mars in the 11th house, I'm not talking about business though. 5th dimension, like I'm talking, so today is about relationships, sex, intimacy, infidelity, all that type of shit. I'm not talking about the other aspects, because I'm a Mars in Capricorn. I can go into all the other ways of how hard I work and all this other bullshit all day long. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about sex, relationships, intimacy, things like that. So, just so we clear on that. But when I say the unexplainable, Shamir, I'm saying when you're dealing with Uranian energy, with Uranus and Aquarius, there is no telling what the fuck you're going to get. There's no telling. Like, that's a very mixed bag of different things you could get fucking with them, man. All kinds of things could turn them on. They could do all kinds of things to your ass. Like, that's the unexplainable. The fact that, hey, this motherfucker might make up a device that'll tear your ass up. This motherfucker might come in and do some cosplay with your ass with you know, when it comes to Mars and Aquarius. You might have somebody that you know, don't want to do things. They want to do tantric sex. They don't even want you to touch their ass at all. Like, there's all kinds of ways you could see that right there. That could go all kinds of ways. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, they are turned on by what's unique. They want to do something different than what everybody else is doing. That's what's important to that energy. Now, with Mars in the 11th house, the first, and I'm going to say this because that says that this is somebody that people are always going to say that to their friends. Yeah, they might get turned on by their friends, but that might mean that they get turned on by they meet people that, and you know, get turned on by people they meet online. You get what I'm saying? They might get turned on by brilliance. They might get turned on by people that are interested in the same things that they're interested in. You know what I mean? It's those type of things. Whether that be at a convention, a Comic-Con convention, whether that be at a fucking at the porno fucking awards, or whether it be at the fucking park walking dogs. You get what I'm saying? Because there's a whole bunch of different signs could say that how I could go. But Mars in the 11th house is somebody that gets turned on by people that has similar interests to them. You get what I'm saying? Somebody that they could be friends with as well. So that's similar to Mars in Aquarius, but it's not the same thing, because Mars in Aquarius, they themselves is somebody that is original. They themselves are somebody that is going to bring a breath of fresh air into the bedroom every single time they come up in there. You know what I'm saying? They themselves are trying to bring electric energy into the mix. They themselves, the last thing they want to be around is stagnation, or somebody that's trying to do the same thing all the fucking time. Like that's not what they're about. Now, Mars in Pisces. I'm gonna simplify this for you. I'm gonna simplify this for you real good. With Mars in Pisces, they bring sexual healing. Mars in Pisces, they intuitively, empathetically feel your ass out, and then they heal your ass. So just like Mars in Scorpio and Mars in Pisces can make you crazy too. They can fuck up your life, fuck up your world, because Mars in Pisces will will sexually give your soul what it needs. A Mars in Pisces, they bring something to the mix that you ain't never felt before, because it's not something that's just physical. They bring something that has a little touch of the divine to it. That's why once somebody involves with themselves in a Mars and Pisces, no matter how fucked up that Mars and Pisces may be, no matter whatever the fuck they have going on, drug addiction, fucking legal issues, laziness, whatever the fuck they have going on, a lot of people will continuously allow themselves to fool with a Mars and Pisces person, because that Mars and Pisces person, they touch them in a way spiritually that nobody ever has when they make love. You know what I'm saying? Nobody has ever made them feel so complete. That's the thing with Mars and Pisces. You feel me? Now, Mars in the 12th house is different than that. Mars in the 12th house is somebody that's turned on by secret things. You get what I'm saying? Mars in the 12th house is somebody that likes to do it in the dark. Yeah, there's spirituality in the mix and all those type of things, but that's the difference in the two of those. You can find spirituality in the dark. But yeah. Elizabeth Torres, everybody needs him a Mars in Capricorn. So yeah. I done took y'all all the way down through there today, didn't I? Samir, you said, how do they give their soul what it wants? They give their soul what it wants by intuitively and empathically feeling out. Because they care, because they're compassionate, because they are open. They are open to that part of the other person, and they feel it. Pisces' main concern is the soul. So they're able to give the body what it wants in a way that heals the soul. That's why, fam. And reflection, you said, what's the best Mars placement in my opinion? There is not a best one. They're all cool, man. Mars and Capricorn. But and then somebody asked me a while ago, at what age did I lose my virginity? Okay? And so, here's the thing with that. And I'm just going to keep it all the way true with y'all. It all happened all around the same time. So, there's like these 2 or 3 experiences that happened all in the same time around when I was like between 14 or 15 or right before I turned 15, maybe when I was 14, that I'm pretty sure one of those was the first time, but I can't exactly pinpoint exactly which one was the exact first time that I actually got it in for real, because there might have been some times even before that where, you know, there might have been some slight penetration or some almost going on, but like there wasn't the whole sexual experience where we went in till climax. So I know it might sound wrong, but I've already let y'all know I was a hoe, because once I started, I'm telling y'all, once I started, like I started. It wasn't no, I had a look, you know, and I did have a girlfriend, but it wasn't no, like I started having sex and then, you know, it was me and this one girl just experiment with each other and over again. No, I'm telling you that I don't know which time was my first, because there's at least 2, 3, maybe even 4 experiences that happened all within, you know, maybe a month of each other that I can't remember which one happened first really, or which one was more significant, but they all happened. And then once I started having sexual experiences, I started having sexual experiences. Like I probably went through 50 in that first year. Like people don't think that, but yeah. Like I went all the way in, and I had the skills to pay the bills and the tools to do so. You know what I'm saying? So I can't say 50, but like 30. You know what I'm saying? Like 30. Like, I mean. So there's this one time that might have been my first time. Then there's this other time that I know it was the chick's first time, and it might have been my first time too, but it might have came after that other one. So I don't really know. And then there's this other time that's in the mix where I'm like, no, maybe that was my first time. So more or less, yeah. That was crazy. Once I started, I was in everybody's window. I was a part of a clique. And I have actually a tattoo on my arm, on the inside of one of my arms. I forgot. One of the inside of my biceps said boss player, and the other inside of one of my other biceps says go getter. But I was a part of a clique called the Boss Players Clique. Okay? And like, we was treacherous in the BPC. We had a friend of ours that was like one of the founding members of the Boss Players Clique. No, I was not the leader. But back then I was a lot more laid back than I am now. Now I could never follow behind anybody or even fool with anybody in that capacity like that. Like all those dudes, like they're cool with me, but like now I would be the leader. I would probably beat them all up, to be honest. But either way, there's another guy that was kind of the leader, but his grandmother, she went out of town to churching events to church events and things like that, and she stayed out of town every weekend, or at least every other weekend. She would go to different cities and do church events. So while she was gone, it's my homeboy, his name is John Paul. His house was called the Hit Factory. And so we had everybody's daughter up in that bitch. Everybody's daughter up in that bitch. Samir, you said, is the Capricorn stellium more intense than the Mars in Capricorn? Yes. Because a Capricorn stellium would probably involve Mars in Capricorn. But, and Nicole Sweet, you said, would Saturn in transit in the 8th likely make a person less sexual? Yes. That would make you a little bit more reserved in your intimacy. You know what I mean? You don't really want to be vulnerable like that during a time like that. For whatever reason's going on. You're dealing with some deep internal stuff. Now, but yeah, we used to have everybody's daughter up in out the hit factory, man. And I wasn't, when you said I was a leader, like, because a stellium would usually include, Shamir, a stellium would include 3 or more planets in Capricorn, if you're talking about a Capricorn stellium. And unless you're talking about somebody that was born pretty recently, there's not going to be a way that you're going to have a stellium that's not going to include Mars most of the time in any way, form, or fashion. Maybe you could have Sun, Moon, Venus, and Mercury and not include Mars, but most of the time a Capricorn stellium is going to include Mars. It doesn't have to, but that's just that's common sense, that because a stellium usually does consist of the inner planets, you would see Mars in there. But it doesn't have to. Anyway, but yeah, I wasn't the leader of the Boss Players Clique. I was more or less like a scout. I'm the one that brought girls there. Like me with the fact that I get along so well with females, the fact that I have a sister that is a couple years younger than me, and then I grew up with stepsisters in the house with me that are the same age as me and a year younger than me. So I grew up with all kinds of chicks in my house that have friends, and I'm me. And so, I mean, that's why. So I was always the one that was known to do that. So more than being the leader, I was more or less like I said, a scout or you know, I'm an ambassador. An ambassador for the Boss Players Clique. But yeah. And then what happened after that was even worse, because after I grew out of that and I was in the streets gang banging and even pimping, and when I say pimping, I always tell you I'm not talking about being a player, because I always been a player. I'm talking about, you know, actually exploiting people, which is horrible. But yeah, that, you know, I actually had some people that were selling themselves for me. But after that, chaotic genius. I'm well versed in all astrology, sisters, and I actually started out practicing Vedic astrology before I ever did Western astrology. So yes, but that's what I said, Samir. It doesn't have to include it, but Uranus and Neptune in the North Node are not. That's not a stellium. You have to include some inner planets in a stellium. That's not a stellium. The moon in the North Node is not an astronomical body. It's a mathematical point. How did who calculate their chart first? What are you talking about? You talking to me? Yeah, I use your computer. The very first time I've done it, yeah, years ago, but that was 17, 18 years ago. So yeah. I'm only gonna go about like 5 or 10 more minutes, and then we're gonna cut it short though, y'all. So, you got any questions? Get them in with me. I'll try to answer them, you know, if I feel like it. And we're gonna be good. Venus opposite to Pluto. Like, that's powers, that's issues of love and control. And I'm gonna tell you something else. Like, Venus opposite to Pluto is a master manipulator. And the thing is, like, you try to keep control of every situation with Venus opposite to Pluto, because you feel everything so deeply, you feel things so strongly that, you know, you don't want anybody to ever have control of that part of you. So with Venus opposite to Pluto, man, like, there's that constant fight for control. So when you could stop manipulating people, and when you can let go of that need to be in control and just worry about controlling yourself and not worry about making things appear a certain way, then things will work out a lot more favorably for you. What do you mean the importance of knowing your Venus star? Shamir? Dinah Harper, I don't do asteroids though. I'm a traditional astrologer. And that doesn't mean that I don't place any stock in them. It just, me myself, I started out studying Vedic astrology first. So for me to even include Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto is a big, you know, that's a big leap for me. But I have learned to really place value in all things. I'm learning a lot more about asteroids and things like that. And there's actually an amazing astrologer that does asteroids in my Facebook group named Yo HuMp, and she knows a lot about asteroids. But I'm really not. I'm not well versed in them. And a lot of the times for me, the most intelligent thing that I can tell somebody is I don't know. What would be a good career for Sagittarius ascendant or a Libra midheaven? Anything in the legal field, anything that has to do with working with people, a PR person. With Libra on the midheaven, a PR person is a really good job for that. Anything that has to do with business, anything that has to do with propaganda, anything that has to do with counseling, anything that has to do with the law, anything that has to do with art, anything, even music, acting, art, with Libra on the midheaven. There's a lot with that. With a Sagittarius ascendant with that, I'd say teaching. You get what I'm saying? Teaching. Hey, it ain't nothing but love, Kane. It ain't nothing but love. Teaching. How do I... Hold up. Nakamoto, you said, how do I feel about Lilith conjunct the North Node? You know how I feel about that? That means that you need to start allowing yourself to feel empowered. That means that you need to allow yourself to be strong as you really are. You need to stop doubting yourself. You need to allow yourself to be free. If Lilith is conjunct your North Node, then hey, it is your destiny to be powerful. So you need to do whatever you can to integrate that Lilith energy into your personality in a positive way, and then use that to power yourself to a place of peace and empowerment in your life. What do I say about Neptune and Capricorn in the second? The problem with Neptune, and this I'm gonna close out after this, but the problem with Neptune and Capricorn in the second house is, like, you don't really want to do anything that don't benefit, that you only want to do shit if it benefits you. That's the whole problem with the Neptune and Capricorn generation, period. Like, Neptune and Capricorn generation are the type of people like, what am I gonna get out of that? What am I gonna benefit from that? So the thing with that is, you need to learn how to back up ideas and manifest in things that are good for everybody, regardless of whether or not they benefit your ass directly or not. But hey, it's all gravy, because the truth of the matter is, just because you built like that, you don't have to build like that. And what I mean when I say that is, we all have all this energy available to us. What you do with it is what you do with it. And even beyond that, it's not about what you do, it's about how you do it. And that's some priceless knowledge in itself. And there's been some priceless knowledge of self. If y'all fuck with me at any level and y'all here, y'all ain't hit the like button, y'all should do that right now immediately. If y'all are interested in any astrological readings whatsoever, you can either hit me up in the comments below, or if you really want me to see it, you should hit me up in my email at mr.turner1300@gmail.com. Okay? I might come back live again before the end of the week, but I don't know. I might come back Saturday, but we'll see. I might even come back tomorrow because I start missing y'all, but I'm not going to promise. This might be the last live until next Monday, but we'll see. You never know with me, because I do what the fuck I want. If I thank everybody that hit me up with the super chats, everybody that donated to the channel. If anybody's interested in donating to the channel or to the cause, you can see the link to my Cash App and my PayPal in the description. But understand that I love y'all. I'm here. I thank everybody for their love and support, man. For real, man. Y'all don't know. Y'all being here for me and believing in me gives me the motivation to keep changing and to keep excelling in my life and to keep working and to keep spreading this priceless knowledge. And understand that I'm never going to be the be all or end all at anything. Okay? I've been doing this. I've been practicing astrology as far as professionally for five or 6 years now. I have been studying astrology extensively for 17 or 18 years now. Okay? And even in all of that, I am not the be all end all at a motherfucking thing. Okay? I want everybody to think for yourselves. Okay? I'm not no motherfucking archangel, man. and this ain't no motherfucking cult right here. This is love. I mean that. Think for yourself. For real, because I'm just learning myself, man. And together, we going to work, change, evolve, and we going to raise the vibration of this whole motherfucker. And that's straight up. I promote everybody to be your own voice. If you got something going on, all y'all got to do is hit me up in the comments, man. And I promise you, I'm going to big up you. If I think you got a business going on that's worth getting behind, if it's something that you're trying to do to better yourself, let me know. And I'm going to bring all I can to use my platform to bring attention to whatever positivity that you're building in your life. Best believe that. If I'm at a level of understanding that you're not at yet, then I'm trying to help you get to where I'm at. I'm not going to insult you. My understanding is ever evolving. I do everything I can to bring y'all priceless knowledge and not just my opinion, because there's a difference between the two. So, hey man, I love y'all. I got readings after reading after reading that I got to crank out this afternoon. Really, each one takes about at least two hours, an hour and a half to 2 hours. So I can only get about 3 or 4 more done before I got to get to daddy mode. But yeah, I don't discuss my prices on live, but I will tell y'all, anytime that you get astrological reading from me, what you're going to get, if you get pre-recorded audio reading from me, you're going to get an hour and a half to 2 hours of me breaking down your charts. Whether we're going to talk about the hemispheres and the quadrants, we're going to talk about all your elements, we're going to talk about your ascendant, your midheaven, we're going to talk about the declinations, we're going to go through all the major aspects that are going on in your chart, and I'm going to go all the way in a way that nobody ever has. I promise you. Now, if you order audio or a phone call with me, where we have a private phone call where we're interpreting your chart, where it's just us talking on the phone, you know, that's going to be several hours of us going all the way in and touching on everything that needs to be touched on. And the same thing with a video reading. I do offer numerology readings also, and that's going to be like a half an hour to an hour, whether it's a phone call, whether it's a pre-recorded audio, whether it's a video call, whatever it is, of us just discussing it, because that's a lot quicker. I do synastry readings. You can get at me with those. Just get at me, man. I love y'all. We out.